everyone, today let's read about Magic Backcracker Warriors. Where are we? Here. Chapter 5, War Machines. Imagine attacking a castle or fort that had tall stone walls that are 20 feet thick. Without modern machines, it sounds impossible. But so long ago managed to build some astonishing war machines. Siege towers. Ancient and medieval armies built very tall siege towers. Soldiers climbed up them to get over high walls. That was amazing. Alexander the Great was an expert at building towers. He once attacked the Persian army although it was in Tyre. The city of Tyre was on an island protected by a strong stone wall. Alexander's men built tall siege towers. Hundreds of soldiers could climb up these towers. Because this tower had wheels, Alexander's men could push them right up to the walls. He and his men climbed up to the towers and went to the walls of the city. Battering rams. Battering rams are one of the oldest war machines. Chinese, Roman, Greek, and medieval armies all used them to smash through heavy walls and gates. Battering ram was basically just a huge log hanging from chains and rolling on the court, something with a sharp metal tip. Soldiers swung the log back and forth to smash into whatever they wanted to smash. The battering ram could be so heavy that it took 100 soldiers to swing it. The catapults. The Greeks invented catapults. Romans, Chinese, and medieval armies also used them. Catapults look like giant crossbows. They shot heavy rocks, arrows, and spears. Soldiers began by pulling on rope and made from horsehair, human hair, or animal sinew. And as they did this, the ropes wound around a crank. When the soldiers let go, the enemies needed to duck. Tunnels. Another kind of thing was to dig a tunnel under the castle walls. Soldiers propped up the tunnel with wooden supports well they dug. When they burned the walls of the tunnel would collapse, causing the wall of the castle above to collapse as well. There's a story that people inside the castle once fell in an enemy tunnel with bees and bears. Leonardo inspired by a turtle. In the 14th, the famous artist Leonardo da Vinci worked for a rich duck. The duck asked Leonardo to invent some war machines. He drew the design of a huge crossbow, an idea for the very first machine gun, but his most famous war machine must be his tank. He knew that turtles protect themselves with the shells. He invented a tank that looked like a turtle. His idea was to have soldiers under the tank shooting out the opening. However, there was a problem. The tank was powered by cranks that soldiers inside would turn. But the cranks moved the wheels opposite directions, and the tank could never move forward. Chapter 6, Warriors Around the World. Powerful nations always have powerful armies. Asian Eastern countries like China, Japan, and India have brave soldiers and well-trained armies. While Egyptian, Greek, Roman, and medieval European armies were at war, the other countries were fighting too. Hey, do you have a break? Some yogurt? Nice. Over 2,500 years ago, around the same time that the Spartan and Athenian armies got at war with the Persians, a great Chinese general named Sun Tzu wrote a book about the art of war. It talks about the way to prepare for a win in battle. People still read and study his book today. By the 326 BCE, Alexander the Great's empire stretched to Punjab, a part of northern India. Alexander's men were tired of fighting and feared the large, strong armies of India. They refused to fight anymore and decided to return home. During the Middle Ages, when the knights were fighting in Europe, fierce samurai warriors led experienced armies in Japan. They followed a strict code of Bushido. This is much like a knight's code or chivalry that said the samurai should always be loyal, brave, and polite. Now it's time to meet a few more brave warriors. Chandragupta Chandragupta lived in northern India over 2,000 years ago. Not much is known about his childhood, but stories say he would raise a peacock tamers. When he was young, Chandragupta studied with a famous teacher named Chandrika, who taught him many things, including military strategy. After Alexander's army left India, Chandragupta raised an army and conquered Punjab. Kublai's large army has many as 9,000 war elephants. Chandragupta won many more victories. His empire was known as the Mauryan Empire. It covered what is now Pakistan, Afghanistan, and most of India. When he was an old man, Chandragupta gave up his throne and all his riches to live as a poor monk. That was a bit crazy. The Alaric, 370 to 410 CE. Alaric is famous for attacking Rome in the 410 CE. He was born in what is now the country of Romania. His life as a soldier began in the Roman army. Later he became king of a tribe called the Wilsok, in eastern Germany today. Alaric and his army marched to Rome and set up camp outside the city gates waiting to attack. They were hungry for all the gold, silver, and riches they could take from the country. Let a slave sneak out and open the gate for them. Alaric and his men stormed in. They spent 3 days killing people, stealing treasures, and smashing burning buildings. It was the first time an army had attacked Rome in 800 years. How would they try to? Fine. Alaric died in the 410 CE after fighting southern Italy. I don't know where he is buried. We believe much of his treasures is buried with him. Some people have searched for it with no luck. Yet. Yu Fei from 2030 CE. Yu Fei was one of the greatest generals in Chinese history. Many stories about him. Look at how about he got his tattoo. Once I said that he was young, he thought he used to stay at home and take care of the elderly mother. But she tattooed 4 Chinese words on his back. He said, "Serve your country royally." Yu Fei became a general and commanded in the emperor's army. He was famous for his skill and bravery. His most outstanding victory was the Battle of Yangcheng. Legend said he beat an army of 100,000 with only 500 men. Hello, guys! She's stupid. Court officials caused the emperor with Julius of Yu Fei and made up lies about him. They took away his army and sentenced him to die. Yu Fei was only 39 when he was put to death. That was bad. Genghis Khan. Khan Academy. Mongolia was a vast land north of China in Central Asia. His cold and windswept plains were the birthplace of the great emperor Genghis Khan. When he was a young man, Genghis built up a powerful army. His fierce soldiers galloped into battle on small, fast horses. They were known for their lightning hit and run attacks. Under Genghis' brilliant command, they conquered Mongolia. Millions died at their hands. Genghis Khan continued to conquer other lands. The Mongol Empire became so huge that it stretched throughout Asia and Europe. Genghis ruled one of the largest empires in history. In 1227, Genghis Khan fell off his horse and died. What a stupid die. His sons, grandsons, and great-grandsons continued to make the Mongol Empire even larger. Well, I thought he died about something else, but... King David of Israel. David was a poor shepherd boy in Israel. He liked to play the harp and sing while watching the sheep. When David was a teenager, Israel was at war with people called Philistines. Once during battle, a brutal giant named Goliath dared any other soldier to fight him, but Goliath was 9 feet tall and super strong. No one was afraid of him except David. He would load his sling with a single stone and brought the giant down. King Saul of Israel asked David to serve in his court. He won so many battles against the Philistines that Saul called Julius and ordered his death. David escaped to the desert. When Saul died in the battle, David became a king. He defeated the Philistines for good and started the empire of Israel. Was the king of Israel for 40 years. You can read some of his beautiful poems and songs in the book of Psalms and Bible. How many? Chapter 7. What warriors left us? The military isn't much like it used to be. The soldiers began to use guns. Warfare changed forever. But the great armies of the past have left a mark on us. We still pay attention to the lessons about leading others and importance of teamwork. We learn about the history of our armies and how war changes countries and how people survive in terrible times. History live on. About 50 years ago, people who wanted to keep the past alive became interested in medieval warfare. Crowds began watching people act out ancient battles and have tournaments just for fun. These events are even more popular now. They're expert on how soldiers dressed and fought so long ago. Some of them made their own weapons and costumes. Others learned to play medieval instruments and cook food at that time. Thousands turned out for medieval festivals around the world. Many of the kids dressed up like knights. A few days of fun pretending the medieval warriors. This is the end of our book, and see you next time. Bye.